It is. So it's actually based off of a Japanese superhero called 8-Man. Tobor, the 8-Man.
Tobor, the 8-Man.
Yeah, he's like, do you know who Cashiern is?
I know of Cashier. Well, I know
basically-
Cashier since, to be honest, but
He's basically Cashiern before Cashiern.
right.
So, like, dude who is a robot. That's basically the premise
the
of it,
end.
except in the case of 8-Man, he was a detective and he solved crimes. And then what was even better about it is that I think Futurama eventually borrowed this from the concept. The way he kept his batteries powered was through smoking.
Right.
That ought to like, this is a 50s series, guys. It's black and white anime. That ought to tell you, like, the time it was. Like, smoking powers your batteries. It also makes you look cool. But yeah, as soon as I saw that person recommending 8-Man after, I'm like, ooh. I don't see this ending well. But thankfully, Alex was wise, and he didn't take it on right away.
I've got a bunch of other shows I want to watch right now.
I guess my question is, would you if you had enough time?
I might.
Okay. You know what? If you do that, I'll watch it with you.
All right.
I'll watch it with It's been a while since I've seen it, and it actually does have kind of, from what I've been told, a RoboCop-esque story. Because it's basically, the way that they determined it is that 8-Man After is, like, it's a dark and gritty reboot for 8-Man, but it's kind of based like RoboCop.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying I would love to watch it with you, because I didn't know any of that before I watched it, and it was kind of interesting. You know, in a hyper-violent sort of way. I try to escape the hyper-violence, Alex, and I can't do it.
I'll embrace it.
Oh, and speaking of anime updates, so I actually realized that I was not done with Initial D.
Oh, no?
I was not. There was actually more episodes. And so I'm now racing to the finish, as it were, to finish Initial D. In fact, they actually had a very interesting arc where the first guy that Takumi took out and him are now part of a team called Project D. And so they basically claim themselves to be like the best uphill and downhill racers of all of the Gunma province. And now they're going out to all these other provinces and kicking the crap out of their teams. And right now, the one I'm watching is two racers who are literally in their 60s or 70s. And they have this illustrious reputation about being the God Arm and the God Foot.
Okay.
So, like, they are such masters of drift racing that, and they've been doing it for so many years that, like, it's almost become impossible to beat them. And I just barely saw the first round with the God Foot against Keisuke Takahashi, who was the other guy, which was actually pretty good, considering. And now I'm watching Takumi versus the God Arm. The guy who can drift race with one arm.
With one arm.
With one arm. But it's just so funny seeing these, like, because everybody you've seen up until this point, at most, they're 25.
Right.
At most. I would actually say that the only exception here is Keisuke's brother Ryosuke, which, aptly enough, the first race Takumi ever did in the first season was against Keisuke. The last race of that season was against Ryosuke.
Okay.
So that's how they have, like, that relationship. Ryosuke maybe is like 28. Has to be 28, like in his or in his 30s at the latest. But he's such a driving genius that he's now the head of Project D and taking on all these challenges as like his retirement run from racing.
It's the Blood Moon.
It is the Blood Moon. You're about to have a reset on your hands. Are you prepared for it?
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
Okay. So yeah, I'm racing to finish it, and then I know a few people were asking what anime I'm going to be doing next. I have gotten pelted so much about Rising of the Shield Hero. I'm just going to do it.
All right.
I'm going to watch the dub, and I'm going to see what it's about, and then I'll move on to other things. because there are just so many people who are like, we want to know what you thought of Rising of the Shield Hero.
Remember, it took forever for us to find the Blood Moon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't go looking for the Blood Moon. The Blood Moon finds you.
It's true.
Because if you go looking for the Blood Moon, it never comes.
Which is dumb because there's a shrine quest that you have to wait for a Blood Moon.
Yeah.
And
That's the one we were doing.
yeah, that's annoying. I hate that one.
Yeah, thankfully we had other shrines to go do, but like we sat there for a good long while to get we were like, we haven't had a Blood Moon in a while. We're probably due. And then it still took too long to get a Blood Moon to happen.
We were trying to research, okay, what can trigger...
What can we do to trigger a Blood Moon?
I know, I did that too.
Oh my gosh. And there are ways, they're just not reliable.
Well, there are suggestions of what you could do, but you wonder how reliable it is.
Well, what you're basically trying to do is get RNG, because that's what the Blood Moon is. The Blood Moon is RNG.
Yeah.
Unless you've cleared out most of the world in one run, you're not going to get a Blood Moon, because then at that point, the system needs to reset. And so at that point...
Oh, is that the reason why it happens? Because if you killed a lot of things, then
it has to reset the world.
Yeah.
So, like, at that point, if we had been playing for, like, hours just killing camps in a majority of the areas, we could have triggered a Blood Moon. But in that case, the RNG would have been in our favor for it. But what the tricks we were trying were basically other ways to get RNG in our favor, but it's still RNG. It's still praying to RNGesus and hoping that he listens. But as Alex can also attest, like, sometimes RNGesus doesn't listen.
That's true.
And he doesn't care. Oh, and now they're empowered. Oh, crap! I hate that this happens. There's something wrong with this dock. Because you guys see it, and it's like, oh. It's a weird deal with our recording software.
Ancient tree stump.
Out of nowhere, it will just decide, oh, yeah, the switch is no longer attached to the dock. Even though it is, and we haven't changed that. I think the one thing that people will be disappointed, though, is I've not done any Gundam recently, and I need to get back into it. By the way, really quick, I don't know if Jiro's recommended this to you, Alex, but I'm going to recommend this little podcast because I'm hoping it gets episodes very soon. He introduced a podcast to me called So Come and Kill Me. It's a Gundam Wing retrospective where a podcaster brings his wife on, who has never, like, he's a fan of Gundam Wing, he likes it, but she's never seen it. And so they will do, like, blocks of 3 or 4 episodes, and then commentate on what they saw.
Okay.
And so, like, and the reason I'm going to recommend it to you now, so they have only 2 episodes so far, but your favorite moment gets discussed when General Septim dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they spent way too much time on that, but it's just such a funny ass moment. But I loved how the wife was like, "Oh yeah, so you already dropped him to his death. You had to shoot him too."
I know, right? That's why the scene is so friggin' out there.
But what's even better about it is, like, she has nothing but respect for Lady Un.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were talking about this, because I had seen it, you hadn't, and I didn't have that respect for Lady Un, because I knew what happened later, and so I was making fun of it. It's like, yes, she needed to show her combat prowess by shooting him for no real reason, because he was dead anyway.
Yeah, you tossed him out of a plane.
You tossed him out of a freaking plane. What? I want to know who got paid to play him. Just to do a nasally voice.
Okay.
Yeah. But this has actually kind of sparked people to request that me and Andrea do something very similar. And who knows, maybe, like, I'm thinking of adding this into the Geek News RSS feed as well. Maybe, like, you and me need to take one on. Like, watch a series together and just commentate on it, like a book club. Like, every 4 episodes we get together and we give our thoughts.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But it has to be something that... I honestly want to say, like, we have to have an episode, like, where neither of us have seen the series. And we could just react to it blindly. Because I know some people have asked the question of like, okay, what would happen if Alex and Drak were actually watching something brand new together?
Oh.
What would happen? Oh yeah, this is a memory, didn't you know?
I knew it was here, but I didn't come looking for it. I just came across it.
I think I know which memory this is, but I'm not sure.
Dun, 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 dun.
My horsey!
I forgot to put on deodorant. Yeah, this is the one. This is what I thought it was.
Be sure to take the time to soothe your mount. That's the only way it will know how you truly feel. Your advice was quite helpful, thank you. And this little one and I are getting along quite well now. At first, I wasn't sure if I should outfit him with all of the royal gear. I thought maybe he should have to earn it first. But it works. He wears it like a true natural.
Yeah, this is post the
more
Gerudo
empathetic.
incident, right?
Benefit
I
of the
guess.
doubt, you know?
I think it is, because now she's starting to like him.
See that mountain? That's Mount Lineru. It takes its name from the goddess of wisdom. Lineru's decree is very specific. It says no one is allowed under the age of 17. For only the wise are permitted a place upon the mountain. I've prayed at the Spring of Courage and at the Spring of Power, yet neither awoke anything inside me. But maybe up there. Perhaps the Spring of Wisdom, the final of the three, will be the one. To be honest, I have no real reason to think that will be the case. But there's always the chance that the next moment will change everything. Tomorrow is my 17th birthday. So then I shall go and make my way.
Oh, so that means you're sweet 16, huh?
Yeah, but now she's on the edge of 17.
See, the first thing that came to my mind is, so we can have sex, right?
They should smash.
They should smash! Thank you, Alex! Actually, really quick, I don't know if I've mentioned this in previous parts, and I probably will again. I don't think people truly realize the interesting developments with this Zelda. The interesting takes that they tried to do with this Zelda, as opposed to a majority of the other Zeldas. I don't think people truly appreciate that yet. Because I've seen some people take interesting interpretations on that character, but I don't think they've hit quite on the head just how intriguing this Zelda is to others.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, it's an interesting enough change that it's welcome. Because, just to give people an example, throughout all of the Zelda games, you've always ever met a Princess Zelda who knows what life has in store for her, that knows all will work out, that the goddess is on her side, and now you have a Zelda who has legit uncertainty, who doesn't know that things will work out, and instead tries to give herself security through science. It's an intriguing way to be able to approach this character, especially considering that eventually those powers do surface and she gains control of them, and that eventually it kind of changes her, I would say, for the better. Because of the way that she's doing things, she's also a very cynical kind of character. She doesn't believe her dad. I think we've seen that cutscene, right? Where he forbade her from working on the Guardians anymore.
I don't think so, because I think you get that one at the castle.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. That's the castle one. Where he basically tries to, like, force faith on her.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. And in fact, like, it just kind of steers her harder in the direction she's going. I don't know, maybe I'll do a video on it at some point. I keep on saying I have these unique video ideas that I will do, and I don't have the time to do them.
Yeah.
That might actually be a really cool thing to do, is just do like a character exploration of every Zelda. You can't really do every Link, because not much is known about their character. Literally, like this is one of the few Links that has backstory to him. This Link.
Yeah.
That and the original Legend of Zelda Link has one, but like Twilight Princess Link, Skyward Sword Link, they don't have backstories. Aside from Link New Zelda, because they both lived in the same area. And we're the best of friends. No, they weren't. They never kissed, motherfuckers. I will never get what I want, Alex, will I?
No, probably not.
Link and Zelda will never kiss. And I will forever be sad.
You'd be a sad panda.
Ultimate sad panda. Like, some people think I'm joking when I say, like, I will be pissed if when Breath of the Wild 2 rolls around, they don't kiss. I will especially be pissed this time around because they've actually gone out of their way to have a relationship built with them.
I don't think they're ever gonna kiss.
And part of me agrees with you. But part of me wants to hope. Part of me wants to dare to hope.
Dare to hope.
Dare to believe that you can survive. And that'll blow up in my face. And Andrea will laugh at me for it. Because that's what she does. Like, when things don't go my way, she just laughs in my face. Love you.
Mama.
She's like, I don't care. We gotta do bed. Oh yeah, you kind of got to see that today, but we spoiled ourselves a couple of days ago.
Yeah, hi.
Got ourselves a brand new bed.
Nice.
One with an adjustable base.
Oh, did you put the rock back on me?
I did.
Yes.
Ow! Wait, no, don't do that! Ah!
And one of the Kokiri died that day. Or crap, what are they called?
Koroks.
Koroks, yeah. They're supposed to be like Kokiri, but you all get what I mean.
We're all children of the forest.
Except none of them are
Dig
Sarai.
dog suspension bridge. Dig those dig dogs.
Dig those dig dogs.
I don't know
How
why.
are you coming along on Resident Evil 2, Alex?
I finished Jill and I'm nearly done with Leon.
Let's clarify that really quick.
Claire, right.
He's playing the remake, guys.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Alex. I'm very proud of you. You're now playing the remakes. I don't think you'll ever go back to the originals, but
No, I doubt it. The remakes are more approachable for a scrub like me.
yes, indeed. And you can play them however you want. And yes, Drak and Shadow will eventually do playthroughs of them. Mm-hmm. Although I am tempted, and maybe I'll bring this idea up with you, Alex. I'm kind of tempted to come with like the nastiest weapons.
You want to go in all out already?
Yeah, like just go with a Gatling gun or something like that, and just lay waste to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be kind of boring.
I would get satisfaction out of it.
Oh, you mean kind of like similar to the whole Magnum round, or
Yeah, the Magnum Run.
yeah, but using.
Except in 2's case, you purchase them as DLC.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I thought about it. We'll see what we can do. I don't know if we want to do like things on a harder difficulty or something like that. I definitely, because I don't think you would want to do it, Alex. I think I'd have to practice to do that.
Yeah.
And yet there are already speedruns of 2 remake and 3 remake.
Oh, of course there are. But
Of course there are.
the 2 remake's been out for a while, so anyway. But yeah, of course. As soon as the game's out, speedrunners are all over that.
Indeed, the community jumps onto them very fast. Especially if they were like in the existing Resident Evil community, they'll jump. Because look at it from their perspective. They've been playing the exact same game for years. You can do it, Alex. You can do it.
I know I can do it. Deer!
Bambi's mom. Kill it! Kill it!
Yeah, kill it.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Yeah, hi.